welcome back to another colorful keto with Dory. So we are going to do something kind of fun today, and we're going to do it in probably a 2 or 3 part pop in. So we're going to do part 1 right now. I'm going to show you guys how to do a basic fathead dough, and then later this afternoon we're going to use that dough to make some super cool things. So we are going to do a dinosaur bread, which I'm not gonna lie, it's like a monkey bread, but we're gonna make it in an egg shape. So we're gonna make a dinosaur bread. We are going to do a I've been debating, I think it's gonna be a purple pixie pepperoni pizza pop. And then we're gonna make some kids chips. So I want to show you guys basically how to do the recipe to start, and then we're gonna get together and do some wicked cool stuff. So you want to start with 1 cup of grated mozzarella cheese, and I just grated this up. Now the recipe I've seen, they usually vary between 1 to 1.5 cups of cheese. So we're gonna save just a little extra for our pizza pop. And then you want to add about a tablespoon of cream cheese. So we're gonna add some of that in. Now if you guys haven't done fathead dough before, I want to say do it, because holy man, can you make anything with it. Hello, Miss Kathy. Hello, ladies. It is so amazing to see you. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I was going to get all showered and pretty before I do this, and then I didn't. So we're not going to do that just because. I'm not going to do that right now. And I thought if I get part 1 done, then, then we could go from there. So I'm going to melt this in the microwave for 30 seconds. And it will probably take 2 bursts of 30 seconds to melt it, but you don't want to actually cook the cheese. You just want it to be all melty and pliable. Now, all the fathead dough recipes I have seen call for almond flour. If you guys follow me, then you know I prefer to use walnut flour. So I just fine ground out a little bit more of my walnut meal to make it a little bit finer. Now, I do this for a couple reasons. 1, I love the taste of cooked walnut. And 2, it's only 4 grams of carbs per serving instead of 10. So you save a lot on your grams of carbs by swapping out for walnut. So we've got a good start on the melt here. And I'm going to pop it in for, I don't think another 30 seconds. I think maybe only just 20 seconds. I'm going to say about 20 seconds. So we're making 1 batch of fathead dough, and then later this afternoon I'm going to split it into, like I said, 3 different projects. We're going to do something similar to a monkey bread, we're going to do a really fun pizza pop, and we're going to do some kids snack crackers similar to a goldfish, that kind of something. And we're going to use this same basic recipe. So I just want you guys to know how versatile a fathead dough is. Because man, you can do anything with a fathead dough. So we want to mix this in together. And I'm going to add it to the bigger bowl just so it's easier for me to mix everything. I don't want to miss any of that good gooey cheesiness. So I'll scrape that out of there. Now, again, you want to go by texture. The recipes I have seen call for anywhere from 1 cup to 1.5 cups of nut flour. So I say add until you get a good pizza dough consistency. And once you do it a few times, you'll have an idea. So I'm going to start with 1 cup, and if we need the extra 1/2 cup, we'll mix it in. But I really love the nice light flavor that a walnut flour gives you, as opposed to a really heavy that you get from an almond. And you can grind your nuts all the way down to a smooth consistency of butter as well for a finer textured dough. And we're going to add a bit more in there, and then our egg at the end. Now, the reason why you want your egg at the end is because your cheese will have cooled enough by the time you get all your flour mixed in that you won't cook the egg with the heat of the cheese. I'm not much of a science girl, but the science of food, that I understand. That I understand. Okay, so we're going to mix this all in here, and then we're going to mix in the egg, and that is it. That's the base of our fathead dough. So we're going to divide that off, and I'm going to start the process of getting it ready for a couple of the other things we're going to do this afternoon, after I run my errands and do all the other things. So we're going to mix in our egg. And then again, just as much flour as you need to pull it together to be a good stable dough consistency. So we're going to add a little bit more walnut flour, and it looks like we're going to use the whole 1.5 cups that I prepared. So this one is 1 cup of cheese, 1 tablespoon of cream cheese, and 1.5 cups of walnut flour. Yay. And then we're going to blend up a little bit. I guess you guys probably don't need to see this part, but I'm going to show it to you anyways. We're going to blend up a little bit of leftover purple steamed cabbage to mix in with some of this, because my lovely girlfriend whose daughter wants the pizza pop can't have artificial food coloring. So we're going to color that with steamed purple cabbage. Just because I think that's going to be fun for her daughter. So we're going to blend up a little bit of steamed cabbage to mix in with the base to make the pizza pop. Let me just grab something to scoop this with here. A knife. A knife works. So this was leftover cabbage from last night, and I'm not putting a lot. I'm going to say about 1/2 cup of cabbage. And we're just going to blend that up real quick and add it to our one dough. If I can find. There it is, lid. Ta-da! Because I do want you guys to know, if you can't have food coloring in your life, there's still options. So we're going to take out, oh, don't want to set that there, danger, right, danger. We're going to take this and we're going to add it to 1/3 of our dough, because we're going to reserve that. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to make a purple pixie pizza pop. So I'm just going to divide this dough into 3 separate sections. Let me grab bowls for them to go into. Even a plate is fine. And I'm just going to chill them until we get back together this afternoon and do our next steps. So I'm just going to set them aside so we have our 3 blobs of dough. And with this one, we're going to add the purple cabbage to it. So these are going to chill while I run my errands, and then we're going to roll them out and do some fun stuff with these ones. And this one, we're going to add the purple cabbage to it. Now, it will lose some of the color when it cooks. You can use food coloring for this if it's not an issue for who you happen to be making it for. And we're probably going to have to add just a little bit more nut flour to pull it together proper, but I can do that. And actually, I don't think we're even going to need to add any extra dough to it once it chills. I think this is going to be a decent consistency to work with and roll out as nice and thin as I want. So we're going to get that all scraped together, and I'll show you guys the pretty purple dough. And then we will get together in about an hour or so and continue on with our recipe prep, and we'll see how this purple dough is going to turn into a purple pepperoni pixie pizza pop, because by request. So we've got our pretty purple dough, and I will see you guys in a little while. We're going to do our purple pepperoni pixie dust pizza pop, We are going to make some dinosaur bread, and we're gonna make some little fun crackers. So I'll see you guys in about an hour. Have a great afternoon.